Welcome to my end of August plot tour. It's not perfect, but it's been producing. Come and see. As normal, this front flower bed looks a bit wild, but I haven't finished pruning, and so there's still the nest up there, but it's still empty. So I think they only use that in the spring. Here we have my leeks. I know that I planted them late, but I think there's about 11 or 12 which didn't work out. I think over there it's because of the ant's nest that was under there. But the rest of them look like they're strengthening up. Still got carrots left in these. I'm gradually pulling out carrots as I need them. I don't think that's the right place for that. I think it's a foxglove. But oh well, that's what's there for now. Now here, let me show you some lovely cabbages. Yeah, there's a few holes in the outside leaves, but most of it is starting to heart up nicely. Let's cover it back up. More carrots. The strawberry plants, the 3 different varieties, they look like they're settling in nicely. Over here, let me show you this one. Hopefully, look at the size of that cabbage. Glorious, isn't it? Most of the broccoli's gone over. It's producing little shoots, but the broccoli's kind of done its thing mostly. There's another head there. There's a bit more there. Whereas with the netting on this one, you can see plants are looking a bit tired, but I could still cut that off. There's another head there, but most of them are done with it. Now I've only got half a bed here, but it's half a bed of parsnips, which is a miracle in itself. There's still some beans being produced here. I've forgotten the variety, but I planted a few more beans a month or 2 back, so I think that's why it's still producing. So you've still got some up there. Over here, beautiful kale. I don't think I need to pull the net back for you to see how nice that is. So I'm not keeping up with harvesting it, so there was plenty. Cabbages are still hearting up nicely. Now, is this slug damage? Yeah, I think it's slug damage rather than on this cabbage, rather than it splitting. Let's have a look at these carrots. Well, that one might be alright. You can see the tops of some of them there. Now, these are coming up okay. More in this bed. It's not too bad in that bed. Just kind of over there it's a bit thin. And that row's a bit thin. These beans have kind of had it. You've got the odd bean here and there, but they're done. Obviously more carrots to harvest. These are my Sarpomiras. They're looking a bit like I'm just about done, but not quite, so I can leave it slightly longer before I dig them up. The pool beans on here I left too long, so I will probably save some seed from these. That and obviously bindweed. My dwarf French beans over here I also have gone over, so some more seed saving there. Carrots okay. But what I've not had a very good time with this year is my courgettes. I've got 3 plants here, and I'm getting the odd occasional courgette, that's it. Oh, sorry, there was 2 courgettes. I stand corrected. Look at these beans. Oh, that's actually a nice size. I could pick that. My dahlia is only just about to flower there. This is the Coca-Cola plant. I'm not sure how to use it in cooking, but it smells like the drink. I don't mind the smell, I just don't like drinking the drink. Some of my lavenders are doing okay. Some have kind of died off. My runner beans have done brilliantly, and they're still producing. What I also like, how not quite healthy, but just how much it's grown. This rose here was a cutting. I think it might be the same rose that's on that side, which if it is would be great. But that's, I don't know, a couple of years old. Let's go around past the beans. And the mints, just about surviving in these. I think these pots would be better served being at home. Oh, look at that bee. It loves those flowers on the herb. We'll see if I plant that out into the bed. Now in the greenhouse, I'm very surprised to come in here and not see devastation. There is no major signs of blight. There are some ripe tomatoes, a massive one. See the tangerine ribbed there, over there. That's his money maker. Oh, that's the money maker. I don't think that's Elsa Craig. I think that might be a tangerine ribbed again. Look there. That's almost like a nose. So I think I've got some to pick. But yes, very glad to see some ripe tomatoes. Now what I'm not so glad to see is, look, wildlife had one of my 3 melons. Now this melon looks like the plant has just about had it, but it's not feeling soft yet. And this melon is still green. So my question is, when are they ripe enough to eat? I have no idea. Oh, let me show you the variety. It is melon Chartinas? I don't know. Let's see if you... There. So, that's doing alright. What isn't doing alright in here is the cucumber. I think it died off. Oh, talking of cucumber, it completely died off, look. I think I might be taking that back today. That's a pretty straight cucumber. That looks good. Now, around the back of the greenhouse is a bit of a mess. The wildlife keeps kicking the chippings, but look at all those lovely apples. Let's see if I can get a bit closer without tripping over. Ow! Look, and those look a lot cleaner, and maybe not the leaves, but the actual fruit, than my apples at home. So I think I might be picking some of those. Right, let's try and climb out this area. Ow, ow, ow. Spiked by a bramble. Okay, plum tree needs pruning, that's gone crazy. Pear tree over there. Looks like there's one big fat pear there. I might try and pick that. And there's one, I don't know if you can see it there, in the middle there. There's one there. Now this is the area I'm more surprised about. The outdoor tomatoes, which I know one day I will put some plastic on this, my little polytunnel. These things which are not properly tied in, there's some ripe ones, they haven't totally rotted off. And look at that Paul Robinson. That's done, look how many are ripe from that. Still a lot more to go ripe. Oh look, over down there, something's been chewing on the unripe tomato. Here are my Jerusalem artichokes, looking a bit sad. Don't think they like growing in there. And now I think I need to work on the flower bed. It's just too overgrown. Gonna have to rethink it. And you can't really see the pond. The sweet corn. Well, I've harvested some the other day. I think there's a few more cobs, but those are tiny. There's the odd one or two that's okay, but all this side, you see how much shorter it is, and they've barely got cobs on them. So my worst year for sweet corn in quite a long time. But it goes from really short down there up to okay on this side. The brassica tent, well, ignore the bindweed here and the dead peas. The brassica tent. The kale over there is a bit sad looking. Carrots, some could do with pulling up. It's looking a bit busy in here, but there was plenty to pick. Look at all the kale there. There's Cavolo Nero kale over there. I've just got to look for caterpillar eggs because there was two butterflies in here the other day. So I bet they've laid eggs somewhere. Can't see them at the moment though. Yeah. So most of this over here is purple sprouting broccoli, and then there's Tortondine kale and a Tortondine kale. So that is going quite well. Sorry, just putting the block back. A few flowers in here. That'll do. The Nigella's gone over. Now, this is the first out of 3 squash beds. They're not doing great. I'll come around the other way and show you. Well, at least this bed's not doing great. There's a couple of butternut here, and they are the smallest butternut I have seen. They're tiny, which for some people is a blessing. I'm not sure if that's what I need. These ones, I'm just trying to remember what they're called. Okay, size wise. This is a very sweet, I don't know if it's honey boat. Oh, that is looking good. I think I could possibly cut that off soon. And then there's a second one here that's even bigger. Well, to give you an idea, my hand is that big. So it's massive. This one not quite so much, but still pretty big. Oh, and there's a third one in there. This plant's yellowing. I think it's on its way out. There's more winter squash there. You cheeky Cory do okay. They're never going to do brilliantly. But I've got one there. But it looks like that's the only one on the whole plant, which is not a good return on the space. And then over here I have these green ones are supposed to be Mahun. There's at least two there. Then see Cheeky Cory here. I think that might be a new Cheeky Cory there. And there's another one trying to grow up there, but we'll see with the weather whether that survives. Now here I've given up on the peas and beans, but look what's hiding. That's quite a big cucumber, and it's not yellow, so I will be picking that. You have, it's almost like a patty pan, this. It's not supposed to be a patty pan. So we will see. It's almost gourd-like. I'll have to look back in my records as to what variety that's supposed to be. And obviously not really any more there. So not the best on the squash front. This is a mixture of bindweed and tayberries, so I've got to take out the, I say canes, branches that fruited this year, and keep the new branches so that they will fruit next year. Yeah, look at this, what a mess. This is the fruit beds. There's a few more raspberries to pick. Not lots, but there's a few. Plenty of weeding to do. And obviously the summer raspberries, they're totally done with. This area has got a mess again, but I think I need to dismantle these old frames so I can actually get into the sink. And over here, most of these plants which were rescued from the compost pile are doing fine. I don't think that sweet peas are ever going to grow well there, so I'll have to think of something else to climb up there. But that is how the plot is looking. A little wild in places, but I'm happy with the progress. So yeah, it's not too bad. The soft fruit areas I do need to improve on stopping the weeds coming up, but it's a work in progress. I think it's fairly good considering it's just me doing it. So thank you for watching, and bye for now.